Good evening. I'm Grant Whitaker. The recent announcement that Michael Jordan will be inducted this year into the Basketball Hall of Fame came as a surprise to no one. What was surprising, and some would say outrageous, was the omission of one of basketball's most important and influential contributors, Leroy Smith. Smith is the founder and star of the wildly popular Get Your Basketball On DVD series. He is also credited with being the person responsible for making Michael Jordan the best basketball player of all time. A lot of people know that Michael Jordan was cut from the varsity team, but you say there's more to the story.
See, it came down to Mike and I for the final spot on the team, and Coach pulled me aside and was like, Leroy, if you don't play varsity, we're gonna have to forfeit the season. I was like, hey, well, you know, Coach, I'll help you out, but we're gonna have to keep an eye on that Jordan kid, because he was more or less like a baby bird. Needed me to feed him the worms.
And what happened next?
I gave him a taste for greatness. I showed him what it was like to be great, and he remembered what it felt like not to be great and to be fed worms by force by me.
And Jordan would continue to use Leroy's name and influence throughout his career. He would introduce himself to strangers as Leroy Smith. He would check into hotels as Leroy Smith. He even carved his initials into picnic tables as Leroy Smith. Recently, we met Smith at his house, where he gave us a glimpse behind the curtain of America's favorite instructional DVD series, Get Your Basketball On, with Leroy Smith. With the help of his longtime collaborator, Manny Mayek, Smith edits and produces the DVDs right here in his home.
Bring up the flamethrower footage. Now go back to me, to my face. Now that's hot, that's hot. Yeah, that.
You see how wonderful that is?
Yeah, look at that.
It looks so great there.
Now right here, I want you to put in the big one. Shazam!
Shazam!
Awesome! Awesome!
Move the beat!
A lot of people say that without you, there would be no Michael Jordan.
Of course there'd be a Michael Jordan. But would he be the world's greatest basketball player? Absolutely not. He'd be like a clown without a rubber nose or all that silly makeup. It would be creepy, but it wouldn't make no sense. Just be some real big, tall dude just lumbering around aimlessly with people throwing spitballs at him.
Smith is also the mastermind behind the patented Get Your Inspirational Quote On collection of wristbands.
The player, by looking at Leroy's words, they act as if they are seeing Leroy himself talk to them in person. They also use it to wipe the sweat.
We're talking a lot of wristbands. Does Manny enjoy sewing?
Well, of course, Manny loves sewing.
It takes me about 2.5 days to finish sewing one like this one.
Would you say there's some of your own sweat in those sweatbands?
I would definitely say yes. They sweat in one of them, not all of them. The ones used by the players are separate, but the ones for me, there is a lot of my sweat.
Creating these products has always come natural for Smith, who believes that he is by far the most significant figure in Jordan's life.
That's right. Not Aristotle, not Kublai Khan or Genghis Khan, his son. Me, Leroy Smith, always motivated.
And you're currently petitioning the Hall of Fame to induct you for?
My contributions to the game. I am the master motivator. The Mastervator. Who else could claim that?
No one.
That's right.
Up next, Leroy gives us a glimpse inside the world of Get Your Basketball On Productions. Where does the genius come from?